By a show of hands, who knows one of the most important rules of presenting ourselves to a meeting? Like you get to football, to a football meeting. What's one of the main things that we need when we get to the meeting?
Being on time.
Oh, that's very important. Very important. Once we're on time, everyone's on time right now. What's one of the things that we need in order to make sure that we can retain what we learned in the meeting?
Pen and paper.
Say that again?
Pen and paper.
Beautiful, beautiful. So on time, pen and paper. If you can, guys, a notebook in which you're always going to be using the same notebook for every meeting you're going to, whether it be this call every Thursday, whatever the case may be, you keep notebooks. And what's cool is that by the end of whatever amount of meetings you have created your own book of notes. And so you could go back and look at what you thought was important and use that. Those are tools. So some of the faces are new. I'll spend 1 minute, guys, just by saying my name is Jamal Henry. I am extremely grateful for being here today. This is a dream for me. And the point of these calls is to give you tools so that you can build the life that you were meant to live, that you want to live, and to win at the thing that you were born to win at, and that is your life. So to awaken that inner champion and simply start winning every single day, as much on the field as off the field. And the point, the aim with this call is to look at our vocabulary, the language that we use, and see if we could tweak it a bit so we could go from good to great. So that's the aim of this call. So please, if you don't have, we're going to take 30 seconds, guys. If you don't have a pen and paper, pen and a notepad, go get that, because we have some stuff to jot down. This is maximum until 7, guys. We won't keep you here for too long. So take another 25 seconds, get that pen and paper ready. You're gonna see these things, they seem so simple. And the things I'm gonna share today, I'm gonna share with you guys in the next weeks. Yes, I've read through books, but I have learned through experience. And that's why I can comfortably talk to you guys about this. As a football player, I've gone through many things, as many people have. And I find that it's very important to make sure that everyone has the tools so they can have success. So here we go, guys. Old vocabulary. I want you guys to do a column. So on your page, put a line in the middle. On the left-hand side, write old vocabulary. On the right-hand side, we're going to write new vocabulary. All right. So for first bullet point, guys, for our old vocabulary. So by a show of hands, who has ever found themselves in a conversation and answered these words? It doesn't matter. I've done it. And we use it. Right? There you go. I see you, Paul. We use it as if it's normal. But what if I told you that everything matters? And not that everything matters, but everything matters, especially as a football player. Every inch on the field counts. Every misstep counts. Every time you get beat on the line, it counts. Right? So what if we shifted our approach that when someone says something, from it doesn't matter to it matters, or it matters less, or it matters more, but always starting with it matters. So what happens is our brain gets used to understanding that everything we do matters. And some of this, guys, you've heard before, and you're going to keep on hearing it because they are simple principles that apply to everything we do. So when someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, I saw you on the field. You missed that tackle, and but you guys still won. And so it really doesn't matter that you missed that tackle. So, well, it does matter. It does matter. It doesn't matter too much because we won the game, which is pretty awesome. But it matters because I missed the tackle. So then what can I do to go take a look at what happened, right? So remember, old vocabulary, it doesn't matter, to it matters, and then you just follow. It matters less, it matters more, it just matters, all right? Everything works together in life. Oh, here's a great one. Who has ever said these words, guys? And this is going to be an old vocabulary. It's impossible. It's impossible. By a show of hands, right? What happens when you start believing that everything is possible? That you say, yeah, it's possible. If it's not done yet, it's going to be done by someone. Who knows Usain Bolt? Right? The fastest, I believe he's still the fastest runner on the planet, right? Thank you. So I think he ran a 9.58 100-yard dash. People thought that it was impossible. And guess what? Someone's going to break that record. And some people are going to say it's impossible. Can't be broken until someone does it. All through our career, guys, whether you are in high school or city ball, CJEP, prep school, university, wherever you are at the moment, you're going to hear it from at least one person. It's impossible for you to do that. It's impossible for you to bench 2 plates 20 times. Look at your size. It's impossible for you to run a 4.5. It's impossible for you to do all these things. And we have to do, guys, is simply confirm, say, hey, thank you so much. I believe that it's possible. Your opinion is exactly that. It's your opinion, and it has nothing to do with me. So we don't have to argue with the person and say, hey, it's impossible to you. That's perfect. For me, I believe that it's possible. All right? So that's what I mean, guys. It's not a big shift. These are little shifts, little details. But we need to apply them every single day. So our first one was it doesn't matter to it matters. Our second one was it's impossible to it's possible. Our third one, this I love. This I freaking love, guys. What in the chat, you guys can click on the chat. What's the answer that you give when someone says, "What's up?" So I'll give you 30 seconds. Jump in the chat. And what is the answer? Someone comes up to you, says, "What's up?" Exactly. There you go. All right, there. So if we look, guys, actually, you know what? I'm gonna film this right quick. But it's nothing much. I'm good. Nothing much. Perfect. There is someone that is always listening. Not much. I don't know. There you go. All right. There's someone that is always listening to what we say. That person is ourselves. It's our subconscious. So, if I come up to you and I ask you, hey, what's up? And you tell me nothing, well, your subconscious will push you towards looking at the things that are really not happening in your life. That you don't have to do much, because everyone who asks you this question, you tell them you're not doing much. What happens when you flip it? Someone says, hey, what's up? You say, everything's up. I've been practicing. I've been perfecting my craft. I've been working on getting better every single day. I want to get to the next level. What your brain starts to do, it starts pinpointing all the things in your life that you can use to do exactly what you said. Hey, what's up, Andrew? Oh man, everything's up. I'm talking to these schools. I'm really excited for the next level. I've been getting in the gym at least 4 to 5 times a week. And I'm just about to get in 6 because I really want to be the best that I can be. Guys, every time someone asks you something, asks you what's up, tell them everything. And I guarantee you the reaction is this: oh, what? Well, what do you mean everything? Someone once told me that football players are a different breed. There are human beings and there are football players. All right? So it is normal for us to talk different, to think different, for people not to understand what we do. Because when we step on the football field, it's all out war. And not many people are willing to do that, except for us. And this is why these little details count. So when someone asks you, hey, what's going on in your life? You tell them everything is going on. You know, if we're struggling in school, be like, yo, I'm in school and I am grinding. I'm doing my best to get the best grades that I can. What does your brain, your subconscious is gonna say? You know what? Here are all the ways that you can do to get the best grades that you can. Instead of nothing much, then your brain says, well, you don't have to study. You ain't doing much, right? Will it work if you do it from today to tomorrow? Maybe not. Maybe not. But if you do it again one more day, and one more day, and one more day, eventually, everything that you believe will come true. So I challenge you. This is a challenge that I give you. Make sure you're taking this down. And when you're walking around, someone asks you what's going on, just take out take out your notepad, and just be like, okay, give me a second. Let me see what I got to answer. Okay, perfect. Everything is going on. And you'll look crazy, and that's perfect, guys. That's exactly what we are. We're crazy. To do what we do, we got to be. So we had, it doesn't matter to it matters. It's impossible to it's possible. What's up? Nothing to what's up? Everything. And this next one, guys, I'm going to say this for every single point. This next one is so important. Today we have habitually developed the reflex of saying, hey, how you doing? I'm good. Right? How you doing? How are you doing at this moment doesn't mean much. It's more just of a figure of speech. It's almost as good as saying hi. All right? So here's where I want to switch it. Here's where I want to shock the other person's brain and mine. Someone asks you how you're doing. You say, hey, I'm doing great. All right, so you answer, I'm doing great. Every single time, I'm doing great. And then you ask them, how are you living? Okay, but Jamal, what do you mean, how are you living? So yeah, like what are the projects that you've been working on? What are some of the things what are some of the objectives that you have? And you know what's cool, guys? Whether we believe it or not, people love to talk about themselves. Whether it's for 30 seconds, an hour. But what happens is that you give that person power just to be like, you know what? I've been wanting to get into this sport. And just the fact that you're asking me confirms that I should go. You never know, guys. Little details. But again, how are you living? How are you living will change someone's perspective, and they won't see the how are you doing, the habitual how are you doing. They'll be like, oh, flip. Okay, someone is very interested in who I am. And that develops one of the biggest keys of a leader, of a champion, is to simply listen and not to reply. Just to say, hey, I'm here. How are you living? And your answer to that, guys, always, I am doing great. I'm doing awesome. I've never been better. I've never been better. And you smile, guys. If you're on this call, it's because you've had highs in your career. You've had lows. You have times where you're just like, oh my goodness, we just lost the game. I don't even know if I want to play football no more. I mean, I blew it. These things are normal. They're going to happen. But what happens when we're able to just be aware of that moment? We'll be like, oh, flip. I'm not in the best moment of my life right now, but I'm still alive. I still have the chance, the opportunity, the privilege to play football. So I'm doing great. I'm doing great right now. All right, here we go. Oh, here's another good word. I love this. I love this. So guys, next bullet point in old vocabulary, the word unfortunately. All right, that word. Let's take it from our vocabulary and let's open the garbage and let's drop it in. All right. The new word that we're going to use is fortunately. And here is why. I gotta explain, because I just can't say, well, fortunately, I got hurt and I ain't playing for the rest of the season. That's not what I mean. Not what I mean. Here's what I mean. Everything happens as it should. The proof of that is that it's happening. You don't need to understand why it's happening. It's happening. And that is the simple proof that it is happening for the right reason, whether we want it or not, whether we understand it or not. And what that brings is a certain peace to our life. To say, well, I'm fortunate to still be alive. These are not the circumstances that I wanted, but I'm still here. And what happens again, guys, this is hacking into our subconscious, that every single day we get used to looking at all the things that we are fortunate for, instead of all the things that we're unfortunately, it's not happening. And now that we're talking about it and we're taking notes, every conversation you're going to have with an individual, guys, all these things are going to pop out. You're going to be like, whoa, I never realized it. Every conversation that I've had has had, unfortunately, I'm doing good, just chilling. Man, you got to be that person like, no, I'm doing great. I'm in action. I'm doing what I got to do. All right. So we had unfortunately to fortunately. We got 11 minutes left, guys. This next one, guys. All right. In old vocabulary, write down, do you have a problem? Do you have a problem? All right, I'll give you the new vocabulary. Remember this, guys. Remember this. For every problem, there is a solution. So would it not be better to say, do you have a solution? Right? It's the same thing, but your mind records solutions instead of problems. And there's a great speaker, which I can't remember his name. He says, I am not problem conscious. I am solution conscious. And let's tie this into the game of football, where every single split second of the game, every single movement is a solution to a problem, because I'm going against somebody. I'm going against a defender. I'm going against a receiver. So every move that he makes, I must adjust. I must find a solution to that little problem, that micro problem. And every single time, the more I'm able to find the solution to those little problems, well, at the end, I win. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but it's not won on the field. I want you to imagine every single day when an obstacle arises, when there was a problem, your first thought was, okay, what's the solution? When you have to go talk to someone, like, hey, listen, I wanted to know, and you guys had a little confrontation, like, I want to know, like, what's our solution? Instead of, yo, what's your problem, bro? Right? Like, what's your problem, bro? It's no great, man. It's no great. Just saying it is aggressive. But when you come up to someone and I say, Damon, hey, what's our solution to what we're living right now, to this situation? Just my manner, my being is different. We are football players, which means that we are different from everyone else, guys. Remember that. So, do you have a problem? Do you have a solution? What's your solution? What's your solution, bro? And the more we do this every single day, the more we will do it unconsciously on the field. You'll be better than great. All right. Oh, I love this. I love this. I've been saying it for every single bullet point, but it's great. So write this down in old vocabulary. What's the worst thing that can happen? Asking yourself, we ask ourselves that question. By a show of hands, who has ever asked that or heard that? Right? What's the worst thing that could happen? So imagine you're on the field, you're getting hyped up, and then you ask your brain, what's the worst thing that could happen? Let's say I'm a running back. I say, what's the worst thing that can happen? Well, the worst thing that can happen is like I fumble the ball, the other team picks it up and they score. It gets 6. They kick a point after, and we lose the game. That's the worst thing that could happen. Oh yeah, that's a great way to start the game, right? No, guys. But if I am at the gates, ready to go on the field, and I ask myself that question, what's the best thing that could happen? Well, the best thing that could happen is, man, I take that kickoff return for 6. I mean, I've thought about this for so long. That's the best thing that could happen. I mean, the best thing that could happen is I take this handoff and I'm gone. I'm gone. I break 4 tackles and it's end zone for me. The best thing that could happen is I make that pick to seal the game. And your brain starts saying, okay, now I like that. Let's go do that. Let's make that happen. It doesn't happen. It happens physically the day of the game, right? But it happens because you have developed the vocabulary to program your mind to say, this is the best thing that can happen. And it's not only in football, guys. It's in everything you do in life. When you ask yourself, what's the best thing that can happen? And you just play the game of, man, my imagination brings me here. These are the best things that can happen. Well, I think I'd like to live that life. I know I want to live that life, and you're able to, but it's in the everyday little details. So, what's the worst thing that can happen to what's the best thing that can happen? So we got two more. This second to last one in old vocabulary. Why me? That question, why me? Which makes us dive deep into what we call the victim mentality. Oh, why me? Why did I have to miss a tackle? Why was I late to practice? Why no? And we keep going and just piling on stuff and wondering, well, why did this have to happen to me? And here's where we're gonna write in new vocabulary. Why not me? Why not me? Like, I'm that dude. I'm that player. I'm that athlete. Right? It's my life. Who else can live my life for me? No one. So why not me? Sometimes, why not? What? I'm that person that has to go through the trials and tribulations to make it to where I need to go. And there's a great saying that says, guys, if we're not where we need to be, it's because we haven't become the person that we need to be there. And usually it takes some hardship to develop into that person to get where we want to be. So why not you? Why not you? For whatever you want to do, why not you? You're that person. And for this last one, we're gonna do a little exercise. If you can try to show me your hand in the camera, do it right now. Beautiful. Open your cameras, guys. Try and do that. All right, try and put your hand down. Try and put it up again. Awesome. Try and put it down. We're going to do it one last time. If you can do this, then you're better than I am. Try and put it up. And try and put it down. All right, perfect. We've just proved that trying does not exist. Trying is an excuse that we have created to say, well, at least I tried. It's the intention that counts. I asked you to try and lift your hand, yet you did it. I asked you to try and put it down, yet you did it. And if you were not able to, then you wouldn't have done it. So there's no in between. It's whether you go all out or you don't. And that is one thing, guys, in our vocabulary, that if you don't apply any of the other things, do this. Get rid of that word trying. Don't give yourself a way out. Oh, I tried. I tried to make it, but I didn't. Oh, I tried to jump higher. I didn't. I tried to make it over there, but I didn't. No. I was going to do this, and I didn't make it. Now, what can I learn from this? So go from the old vocabulary, I tried, I'm trying, to new vocabulary, I am doing it, or I failed, I had a failure, but what can I learn from it? So our mind stays open to learning, not to trying. So I'm trying to do this. Lay back some football players. So actually, athletes in general to be like, I've been trying. I'm trying to do this, trying to go there. And it's okay, guys. Your brain will do exactly what you've been telling it. It'll keep making you try. But what happens when we flip it and we say, we're going to do it? We're going to do it. And it's Will Smith that said, he said, well, it doesn't have to be as extreme as this, but said we need to get to a point where it's either we do it or die. It's either we go do it or like nothing else matters. As a football player, if you have an objective to go get, the only thing that matters is that objective. You're not going to try and make it. You're going to go and you're going to make it. And if you just so happen to miss and you learn from it, you didn't really miss, because remember that in the hardship, you are becoming that person you need to be to get there. But if we stay here and we say, oh, I'm going for it, now I'm going to try and go for it. I'm going to try. And it's just, it might happen. So we're going to end on this, guys. We're going to end with a phrase that I love. A phrase that no matter what your beliefs are, wherever you come from, whether you're black, white, whatever color you want to be, is so important. So you don't need to unblock your mic, but I'd love for you to repeat after me. All right? Say, I am more than I appear to be. All of the world's strength and power rests in me. So I am more than I appear to be, and all of the world's strength and power rests in me. Now imagine telling yourself that every single day and believing it with everything you are. Imagine where you're going. Guys, let's freaking go. If ever you want the phrase, let me know. Contact me or contact Coach, guys, your coach, and I'll make sure that you guys get it. Or hit me up on Instagram. It's AvatarFit12, and I'll send you the notes for today. I'll send you that phrase. But guys, every single Thursday we are here, and the aim of this, guys, is not me. It's you and it's us. It's to get those little details in off the field so that when we get on the field, there is no doubt in our mind that we're exactly who we need to be to win. So make sure you keep being a champion every single day. So on that note, guys, we are done, and we'll see each other next Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Thanks so much, guys. Mm-hmm.